To go with Ryan Fitzpatrick may end up being one of the offseason's biggest mistakes. Washington is looking to repeat as NFC East champions, but fan favorite journeyman quarterback only has a career starting record of 59, 86, and 1 in 16 seasons. So, Shannon, you've been high on Washington winning the division again. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you trust Fitzpatrick?
3.
3?
3. That's it.
Well, then what are you doing?
But
switching your pick?
No. Skip, look, I can never trust him with expectations are high, but I believe they have a good enough teammate around him with the running backs, the Curtis Samuels, the McLaurins. I love Antonio Gibson. You remember what he did to your team both games.
Yep.
They got McKissick. They got Jared Patterson, Skip, the kid. He was an undrafted free agent that made the roster rush for one game last year. I think he had like 400-plus yards rushing and 8 touchdowns. And defensively, we know what they represent. They get out there. Your guys, remember, they knocked your quarterback out last year, knocked him out of the game. So even though your guys have the best quarterback in the division, no question about that.
Thank you.
Y'all talk. Washington, Ron Rivera, Riverboat Ron gonna have these guys ready to play. You talk, they play, they win, you lose, you disappointed. I like that.
Okay. So you readily admit that Dak Prescott is by far the best quarterback in this division. It's by far.
Yes.
Did he play against Washington either time last year?
Might not play this year.
Why not? Well, you're suggesting what?
I'm suggesting that, hey, he hadn't played in 11 months.
Oh.
He got Tampa.
Okay.
Ooh, Devin White. Give me a Devin White jersey quick, cheer him on.
You're suggesting my quarterback might get hurt in that game?
I don't want him to get hurt.
Okay.
Because I want Washington to beat him down.
Okay.
So you can't, because you're going to have an excuse. See, when the football team beats you, you're going to say, we don't have Dak. I need Dak to be there and have you to get beat down with Dak so you can't have no excuse when you come out here on a Monday.
Okay. You have the biggest all-time built-in excuse because Ryan Fitzpatrick is maybe your biggest target on this show.
Yeah.
You have no use for him because just when you start to trust him, he just shoots you in both feet. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay, and you've said he'll be up one year and then down. You say, okay, now it's time to trust, and then you can't trust. So you are betting on a team to win the East that has, at the most important position to me in all of sports, quarterback, somebody you are a 3 on the trustability scale of 0 to 10.
But then they're going to bring the guy in for the playoffs. Hinkie? Heineke? Yeah, bring him in.
So you got Hinkie backing him up, okay? Good. So you're trusting...
Did you see him against Tampa?
You're trusting... Taylor, it's actually
Heineke.
For the playoffs. So he's going to come in. He was great against the Buccaneers.
No. They might not win the playoff. They might not win a playoff game, but they're going to win the division and get a playoff game.
Yeah.
Unlike you, who will miss the playoffs.
So your man Fitzmagic is now 59, 86, and 1 as a starting quarterback that spans 16 seasons.
Yeah.
And shockingly, Washington is putting all of its eggs, and it's got a whole lot of eggs.
Yeah.
They're as yet uncracked eggs, but they're about to crack because they're putting all their eggs in his basket.
Yeah.
And it's a crack city
You put all
basket.
your eggs in Mike McCarthy's basket.
Yeah. Well, I told you we're going to win in spite of our head coach. I would much rather have a quarterback than a head coach.
Oh, you would?
Oh, would I?
Oh,
yes, sir.
Okay.
And I'll take your head coach over mine any day.
Of course you would.
I will.
Of course you would.
Heck, I'll take Joe Judge over Mike McCarthy.
No, I ain't gonna do that.
Well, whatever, because you were on the Giants bandwagon, right?
I've seen enough from that quarterback. Their quarterback just turned the ball over, just throw it to the other team, just because.
He did it again the other day, threw it into the end zone to the other team.
For no one, he had 2 choices. He said, I can throw an interception or I can throw it out of bounds. He said, you know what? I choose to throw the interception.
I think your trust factor on Washington winning the NFC East is about a 3.
No.
No, and I know.
Actually, I'm a 7 of them winning the East.
Really?
I'm a 7 on them winning the East.
Well, I'm a 10 on my team winning the East.
No chance.
Do we have...
With Mike, we got due on it.
How much?
I think we got like 2 or 3 cases.
That's all?
Yeah. Hold on. With Mike McCarthy, the guy that's going to motivate y'all?
Just tune him out.
No, you can't do that, Skip.
Dak's my leader. Zeke's my leader.
Whoa. You said that for the last 4 or 5 years since we've been on the show. We did that with Red, Jason Garrett. Oh, they're going to win in spite of him. He never got credit when they won, but he always got blamed when they lost.
We got this.
Y'all ain't got nothing.
I know it.
Skip, you just said earlier all y'all doing is talking. Why y'all doing all this talking when you won nothing?
I don't like the way they're walking up toward this season. So they're going to get their helmets handed to them a week from last night in Tampa Bay.
Yep.
It's going to
6
be
days.
a wipeout, a humiliation. They're going to get humbled. And then they're going to go to the Chargers, and it will not be easy.
Y'all go
They will
lose.
not be favored. They will win that game to go 1-1, and then they're off to the 12-5 races, and they will dominate the NFC East. They will win every game except one game at Washington. They will win all the rest of the games. 5-1.
First of all,
I got this.
You're not going 12-5. That's not happening. Second of all, you're going to start your season 0-2.
They play the second easiest schedule in the league, 12-5.
Guess what? You own it. Everybody that play y'all said the same thing. Now, what they said about you, they say, you know what, we got Cowboys, you got the easiest schedule. Because you're on it.
Dak is back, and you are stuck with Ryan
How do you know Dak is back? How do you know Dak is back? You haven't seen...
He said it the other night on Hard Knocks. I'm back.
You saw him throwing those passes? You were throwing harder than that.
He's saving himself for the Chargers, actually.
You play fetch with Hazel, throwing the ball harder than what Dak was throwing at the game.
She can really run.
All right, moving on, guys. Did Dame Lillard just drop a hint about a big NBA trade?
Yeah,
Don't go anywhere. May view as continued disrespect against the signal caller. In fact, Pro Football Focus named him to its 2021 all-underrated team, citing his high passing grade during Cleveland's playoff push last season. So, Shannon, is Baker being underrated?
No, he's a middle-of-the-pack quarterback. I got him ranked somewhere between 11th and 15th. He's in an ideal situation, great offensive line, great running game, plenty of weapons around him, strong defense. But now everything is going to be contingent on how well he plays, Skip. Last year they had the third in rushing. They was 24th in passing. And you look at some of his numbers, Pro Football Focus said he had the second-best passing grade from Week 7 on. But here's some of his game. In Week 8, he was 12 of 25 for 122 yards and a loss to the Raiders. In Week 9, he was 12 of 20 for 132 yards. Wow, he really picked it up. Week 10, he was 12 of 22 for 204 yards. In Week 16, he had 25 incompletions against the Jets. In Week 17, he was 17 of 27 for 196 yards. Boy, he lightened that thing up. Like I said, if you got him in the top 10, you overrated him. If you got him 15 and below, you underrated him. He's somewhere between 11 and 15, Skip. Because I got Mahomes, Rodgers, Brady, Wilson, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Big Ben, Deshaun, although he's not playing, Matthew Stafford, and Justin Herbert in front of Baker Mayfield.
Well, you're laughing now, but I remember once upon a time, you suddenly tried to drive his bandwagon. You go, shake him, mate.
Shake him, mate. He cooked me.
Then what happened?
He cooked me. He do what he's supposed to.
So okay. I have been trying to tell you he is being underrated, and it's being, like, painfully underrated when he's fallen that low in the MVP odds because I think...
He's about the 12th best quarterback, see?
Okay, yeah. What I saw with my own two eyes last year started in Week 7, and I don't think it was a coincidence that it started when, unfortunately, I'm knocking on wood for Odell. I like Odell personally, but he went down, and he went out, and Baker went up because Baker got a little too Odell-centric the year before, and he was forcing everything to Odell because he loves Odell on and off the field, and he wants to be Odell's friend on and off the field. And he was forcing the sugar to Odell to the detriment of the Cleveland Browns and to his stats because he unraveled 2 years ago. And now, starting in Week 7, the game at Cincinnati, they took off because there was no Odell, and all of a sudden the ball started to get spread. And the stat you did not throw out is over the next 11 games as they went 8-3. Baker Mayfield threw 20 touchdown passes to 3 interceptions. He cleaned up his act on the field. I think he cleaned it up a little bit off the field because I saw a guy start to grow up right before your very eyes and take over the football team instead of sniping at people on social media.
You still do that.
Yeah, I don't see it. But the point is, look at these numbers he put up over that 11-game stretch. It wasn't 2 or 3 games. It was 11 games. His passer rating over that time was second best in the league. He was 5th in big-time throw rate, and here's the key stat. He was 1st in turnover-worthy play rate at 1.6%. So over 11 games, only 1.6% of his throws would be graded as turnover worthy. He cleaned it up. He grew up. He took over this team, and they made the playoffs, and they won a playoff game against a division rival.
And then when Patrick Mahomes was out, when everything was right there in front of him, what did he do, Skip? That's your opportunity.
Okay, on any given Sunday, except any given Sunday. Remember what happened? Henny's really good. He might be the best backup in pro football.
No, he ain't that good. He's still Chad Henne. But Skip, I gave you 6 games where he was 50% or slightly better. 12 or 25 for 122.
How was his passer rating the second among all quarterbacks over those 11 games? That's what this says. That's Pro Football. It's your favorite website, Pro Football Focus.
Skip, I will keep with